In today's video, we are going to talk about what you should not do when you're at Universal Orlando.
If you're new here, on this channel we talk about all things theme parks, including updates, news, and tips and tricks for your next theme park vacation. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Hey guys, welcome back. A few months ago, we made a video about 5 mistakes that people make when planning their Universal vacations. Planning is only half the battle. So what we figured we'd do in today's video is talk about 5 mistakes that you should avoid making when you're actually at the parks.
Number 5 on our list is don't push yourself too hard. We are the world's worst about doing this.
Yes, so our typical day in the parks, we average about 30,000 steps. Yeah. So at the end of a week-long vacation, we're done. Like when we come home, we just move our bed into the kitchen. That way we don't have to walk to the fridge, grab something to drink. We just reach in there and go, this isn't butterbeer, my feet hurt. And it is downhill from there. It takes us like a week to recover. So don't do it to yourself.
When a lot of people visit Universal, they feel like they don't have enough time to get everything done that they want to, so they push themselves too hard. They walk further than they should, they wait until they're starving to get something to eat, and they wait until they're already dehydrated to stop and get a drink. So every once in a while, you just have to stop and take a break. We get it. You want to get as much done as possible when you're in the parks, but you also don't want to come home and feel like you need a second vacation just to recover.
If you've only got 2 days in the parks, we kind of understand. You're going to push because you want to get as much done as possible, and you are kind of time crunched. But if you've got 4 or 5 plus days, take it easy. Yeah. You'll regret on the back end of that trip, pushing yourself the first 3 days. We always tend to, but it hasn't changed our behavior.
No.
But we always tend to regret. By that last day, we're just oh man, I wish that we hadn't walked 40,000 steps yesterday. That way we could enjoy today. It's easy to do too. It's easy to get caught up in being in the theme parks, but trust us, you will thank yourself if you'll just take some breaks here and there. Just
take some time to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Make sure that you drink plenty of fluids. Eat something other than churros and butterbeer fudge.
I disagree. I totally disagree. Actually, yes, drink some frozen butterbeer.
You need to get something with some protein into your diet.
Pretty sure frozen butterbeer might possibly have protein. It does in my book.
And make sure that you take breaks when you're tired. 4th on our list is don't discount any of the rides. And this is specifically for people that have never been to the parks before. And what we mean by this is don't avoid any of the attractions just because you've heard bad reviews about them.
I kind of disagree. No, seriously, if you've never ridden a ride, you should at least try it once. On this channel, we do give a lot of grief to certain attractions at the park, Shrek and Fast and Furious. I'll just come out and say it. But it's because we've ridden them enough to know that we don't enjoy them. We've reridden them just to see if there was something we were missing, and we still don't enjoy them. But something that happens on those rides is there is still wait times.
Yeah.
So there are obviously people that enjoy them. And you might as well. Just because we don't, not every ride is made for us, or not every ride is made for you. You got to see what you like. For example, Anna here, one of her favorite rides in the parks is Storm Force.
I love it.
And I don't know if I've ever even seen somebody waiting to ride that ride.
No.
It's been just about as busy while it's been closed as it is when it's open. We'll walk up, we're like, oh, we got Express Pass, and they're like, that's real cool. Whichever one you want, it's yours.
We really do think that every ride at Universal is worth experiencing at least once. Number 3 on our list is don't come unprepared. And we actually mean this in 2 separate ways. The first way is that you want to make sure that you get into the parks with everything that you're going to need for the day so that you don't have to go all the way back to your hotel room.
That's a lot of walking that you will not want to be doing.
It's also going to take time out of your day.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to make sure that you have sunscreen.
You're in Florida, you are going to need sunscreen.
You also want to make sure that you have a portable charger for your phone. And if there's rain in the forecast, you want to make sure that you have a poncho.
You are in Florida, you're going to need a poncho.
Another thing to think about is any kind of medications that you might need throughout the day. So if you're prone to motion sickness, you want to make sure that you have medication for that, or pain medication for a headache, or anything else that you might need. The second way that you should prepare for your trip is by knowing what you want to get done at the parks. We suggest making a list of everything that you want to get done and prioritizing those things first. We've heard several people say that you can't get everything done at Universal unless you have 3 days, or it's not even worth visiting the parks unless you have that much time.
And we couldn't disagree more. The fact is, some people just don't have that luxury. A day or 2 is all the time that they can have in the parks.
Yeah.
And we've had plenty of trips that we felt were successful and only had a day, maybe a day and a half of time actually in the parks. And that's because we were prepared.
Yeah.
Our preparation is a little bit different. We've been there so much that we know the things that we want to do when we get there. Mm-hmm. But if you've never been, or if you haven't been that often, that's what you should do. Make a list of maybe 10 things that you just have to get done.
Right.
And then everything that you do after that will just be basically icing on the cake. It's a great mentality to have, and it'll really make you feel like you get the most out of your trip.
A great way to plan for your trip is by downloading the Universal mobile app.
Yep.
Of course, this is an invaluable tool while you're actually in the parks to see wait times and things like that. But ahead of time, you can familiarize yourself with where attractions are in the park.
Yeah, they have maps of both parks where you can see exactly where everything's located.
And you can also use this inside the park to help you navigate around each location. You can actually see where you're at, and maybe it can help you find the entrance to Diagon Alley.
You don't know how many times we've been at the parks and people are like, is this Diagon Alley? Where is Diagon Alley? I thought there was a dragon. Is that purple bus the dragon? You hear all kinds of crazy things. And if you have the mobile app, it's going to make things a lot easier. You can really see where things are located, and you might even be able to find the entrance to Diagon Alley.
Second on our list is don't miss out on early park admission. In our What Not to Do When Planning video, we talked about the benefits of staying at an on-site hotel, and one of those is that you get access to early park admission. With this access, you get into the parks an hour before everyone else, and to do this, you either have to have a hotel room key or you have to have one of the top 2-tier annual passes. So, with early park admission, it's geared more towards the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in both parks, but there are some other attractions that are open, like Minions or Velocicoaster.
2 extremely similar attractions.
I just picked one in each park.
They are identical.
But with early park admission, you can take advantage of things like Ollivander's wand shop. You can go do the Ollivander's experience. You can eat breakfast at the Three Broomsticks or the Leaky Cauldron.
You can get a butterbeer before the lines get huge, and then you can actually wrap around and get you another butterbeer, double fist it, and as the people who are walking in who didn't have early park admission, you can just laugh at them while you're sitting, enjoy waiting an hour.
Or you could even ride Hagrid's or Velocicoaster before the lines really start to pile up.
Or you can get a butterbeer.
With early park admission, sometimes it's in both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, but sometimes it is only in one park or the other. So you do want to make sure that you know where it is before you get there that day.
And that comes back to downloading the Universal app. You can see where early park admission is on that app. See, this is circular. It's a circular argument.
One of the really great benefits to early park admission is that if you don't have express passes, you can get to ride some of these attractions before the lines get extremely long.
I believe we had a comment not too long ago that was talking about getting into early park admission in the middle of June or July. Like, so a busy time of year. And it was at Islands, and they got to ride Hagrid's and then rode Velocicoaster. I think they said 3 times before the park opened to normal guests. And that's the thing. Like, so if you want to make the most of your trip, get there early. You're not only going to avoid lines, you're going to avoid some of that heat as well.
Yeah, this is a great tip. And one thing to remember is that express passes do not work during early park admission. So it's a really great time to take advantage of that. And number 1 on our list is don't let the wait times scare you.
Yeah.
We have been in the parks where we have seen some insane wait times, like well over 200 minutes.
Yeah.
And we see people like walking up to the queue, like all excited to get in line, and then they see that posted wait time and they just like walk away disheartened.
Yeah.
And this makes us really sad because the vast majority of the time, the actual wait is not as long as the posted wait time.
Yeah, so we've seen really high posted wait times. Little story. When we were there in March, I believe, we thought it was a glitch. We walked up, and I think Gringotts was... we think Gringotts was right around... It's like 240 minutes, maybe it was 200 minutes. It was somewhere in there, but just way too long. Like, we weren't going to wait for it.
Yeah.
But right before we walked away, we heard somebody say, that was getting their stuff out of the locker, like, wow, it said it was like 4 hours or something, and we only waited an hour.
Yeah.
Didn't know if they were talking about Express. We had no idea, but we were willing to wait an hour. So we went ahead and got the Express line. And we never stopped walking. We just walked right on, and it was like, oh, does a pain have to remember? Like, and then we got off, and it's like, did we accidentally skip part of the line we weren't supposed to go through? So we wrote it again, and we walked right on again. Moral of the story is, sometimes what you see posted is not reflective of what you're going to experience. Wanted to mention that doesn't just apply for Express Pass. If you watched our most recent video, and we'll put a link to it right here, we actually did an experiment where we looked at whether the posted wait times were accurate or not, and you will be shocked by the results in that video if you haven't seen it. So this doesn't just apply to Express. I know the story that I told was sort of about Express, but we wanted to make sure that you knew if you did not have Express, still, don't be deterred by the wait times.
The only real caveat to this is when you see a really low wait time for a popular attraction. Yeah. So, for example, let's say that you check the app.
The app, circular. It's there again.
And you see that the Mummy is only a 25-minute wait, and so you decide to head over to the Mummy. Yeah. And when you get there, you see all kinds of people in the locker area and people just like piling in the queue, but you look up and the wait time still says 25 minutes.
And here's the circular thing again. It's because everybody has downloaded the app and they saw that 25-minute wait, so they just rushed to the attraction.
So you go put your stuff in the locker, and then you head on into the Mummy, and when you hit the end of the line, you decide to check your phone, and you pull that app back out. And you check the wait time, and it now says 40 minutes. Yeah. So what happens in this instance is that when people see that a popular attraction has these lower wait times, there is kind of this mad dash to it, and it does take some time for that posted wait time to kind of adjust. So this is really the only exception that we have when the posted wait time might be fairly accurate. Yeah. But aside from that, you're typically not going to wait as long as you see.
All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. Leave us a comment in the comment section and let me know, how many times did I say app in this video? App.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. You can hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you get an alert every time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching.